Thank you. My name's Ava Shahay, and I own Zimbox Marketing. And my favorite part of marketing has always been branding. And a foundational step for solidifying your branding is to craft a statement that will describe how you're going to position your brand. So positioning statement, it's a specific message and it's aimed at a specific audience. And it's something that's going to guide your branding. And your company can use it internally when you're crafting those outward-facing marketing messages. So when you're making this positioning statement, you have 4 major decisions you need to make. Your target audience, your industry category, the main benefit you're providing, and how you're going to differentiate yourself from all the other competitors. So I'm going to walk you through an example of a positioning statement. And notice how those 4 elements are going to come into play in this example. We're going to pretend that we're marketing a new art gallery. For millennial art collectors who love to travel, Hidden Light Photo Gallery is the contemporary photography gallery that will bring the beauty of the world to you because it displays captivating images from the furthest reaches of the earth. So for your target audience, it is the business within this industry category that provides this main benefit, and it sets itself apart from all the other art galleries. So let's go through each of those, starting with target audience. It's also called buyer persona, and it means listing every characteristic you know about your ideal customer. And you can go back through your transactional data and see who your most profitable customers were. If your customers are business customers, then you're thinking about things like firm size, company culture, what a company's decision-making process is like. You're taking all these traits for consumers. If you're selling to end consumers, then you're thinking about other things like demographic, what the individual's interests are, and maybe what their purchase occasion is. So you take all these traits and you put your customers into groups. And you think about what's the size of this customer group? What's their growth potential? What's their profitability? And you choose your ideal customer group based on these traits. And you consider what this group really needs. And how is your business going to meet this group's need better than anyone else? What resources do you have that's perfect for this customer group? So next you have to communicate your value to that group. You start with your industry category. And you want to use the most familiar terms when you're choosing your industry category. Think about the words people use when they're thinking about your industry. It's very rare that a company would ever need to create a completely new industry category. Even if you're entering a new or nascent market, look at the trends and jump on board with whatever's the most dominant category label right then. And it would have been really difficult in the days when the horseless carriage was invented to know what the most dominant terms were, to be able to do that research. But now we have Google Trends that we can look at, and we can see what words people are using to search around your industry. Now choose your main benefit. Your company has a lot of benefits that it's offering to your customers. But first, you choose the main one that gives the most value to your target audience. And it might not be obvious. A lot of times you're filling an emotional need. So you dig in and you decide what's really the most important that I'm offering. And you'll have secondary benefits as well. In our example gallery, a secondary benefit of the art gallery might be nostalgia. Finally, think about how you're differentiating from your competitors. Really look at your resources versus your competitors' resources. And how can you convince your target customer that you can provide them the most value beyond what your competitors can provide? Back to our example, our target audience is based on demographic and interest. The category is well defined. The main benefit is aesthetic. And you're focusing on something different than all the other art galleries. So your positioning statement is really going to unify your marketing efforts. And you can have several positioning statements, especially if you're targeting lots of different groups of people or you're providing several products or services. So I encourage you to sit down and go through this and think about what your own positioning statement is and how is that going to impact the rest of your marketing. And feel free to reach out to me. I love to talk about branding. Thank you for listening.